Hello. Today I will be doing a video on Time, a documentary about a mother and wife who tries to get her husband out of prison after he was sentenced to 60 years for armed robbery. She spends the next 20 years going back and forth with the system and spending thousands upon thousands of dollars on first rate lawyers to try and get her husband out, to no avail. Her kids grow up never having a father. Right away, I didn't like what the wife, Sybil, when talking about people of color or poor people oppression when it came to over sentencing. I thought it was nonsense. I wish people like her would stop being cowards and just say black. Black is not a dirty word. There's nothing wrong with prioritizing yourself because no one else has a problem doing it for their own group. And your husband is already in prison. What do you have to lose? Who are you trying to please? Does she think saying people of color and diluting black issues is going to get her husband freedom? As the story goes on, more information is revealed, and I'm in shock. I didn't know anything about this case before watching this. I'm having a hard time feeling a lot of sympathy because, one, he was guilty. He actually committed this crime. Two, because the main motivation was to get money to open up a hip hop store. And three, he could have taken a plea bargain. That would have let him out in 12 years. Also, if you're having such bad financial problems and you want to start a business, why are you popping out all of these kids? It's just one of those situations that could have been prevented if better decision making was made. On the positive side, it is a unique story about people in prison. Maybe that's why she did the whole people of color and poor people babble in the beginning, because she knew deep down if she said black people, she would look ridiculous because he was actually guilty. Although I do believe 60 years is grossly excessive, but given the fact that the racist crime bill was in full effect in the 90s, which was caused by Biden and Clinton, he got lucky by getting offered a lighter sentence. I don't know why he thought he can do better than 12 years for armed robbery while being black. As the documentary goes on, you really do see Sybil's frustration with the system. The system really does treat black people like crap, and they're not looked at as humans. Black people in general aren't looked at as human as is, so it's 10 times worse when you're behind bars. The good news is that her sons are following the right path and will not subject their own kids in the future to crimes and growing up without fathers. And they're already on the path to being successful. The ending was surprisingly heartwarming, and if it weren't for Sybil fighting all those years, he would still be in prison today. It's crazy to me that someone like Michael Slager, the race soldier that shot and planted evidence on Walter Scott on camera, will serve the same amount of time as Rob Rich did for armed robbery. It's really insanity. I don't feel right giving this a rating for entertainment purposes, but I will say the ending was a 10 out of 10.